Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 207 of the NZXT podcast, the official podcast of the NZXT community. This podcast is recorded live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the official NZXT Twitch. It's available to stream on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. My name is Mike. It was me, as always, is Ivan. How are you doing, Ivan?
How it do, baby boo? Happy Friday. We have a very special guest with us today, but before we introduce them, I want to make some quick announcements. First announcement is if you are tuned in live right now on twitch.tv/NZXT, you can type exclamation giveaway in the chat or click the pinned link at the top of the chat, and you will get access to a giveaway that we're doing today for a Poochie plush, a t-shirt, and a sticker pack, all from NZXT. So click that link and enter for your chance to win. If you stick around until the end of the show, you will get a super secret word that will give you a bunch of bonus entries into the giveaway. Also, if you are an NZXT club member and you are tuned in live today, you are in for a treat because you can earn up to 5,000 Poochie points just by watching us live. If you have no idea what a Poochie point is or what the NZXT club is, go to nzxt.co/club, read all about it, and sign up today. You get a lot of cool prizes. We give away a free PC every month with our buddies at Intel. We also give away some chippy plushies like the one that's in the back here. So sign up if you're not a member. Without further ado, Mike, let us know who is today's special guest.
All right, everyone, please give a warm welcome to introducing a creator who is at the forefront of digital culture, seamlessly blending all his passions into one. He's dedicated to the latest trends, the latest drops as a gearhead. He's on top of the latest tech trends as a gearhead, and he has one heck of a wardrobe as a fashion head, I guess. Introducing the one and only MuneerTV. Muneer, can you give yourself an introduction and tell the audience what you're all about?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I am MuneerTV. I am a short form creator. I've been creating short form content for a few years now. Actually 4 years. It's been a while. And yeah, pretty much everything that Mike said, I'm locked in on a lot of tech stuff. Very much into fashion, sneakers, that type of stuff, which is something that a lot of tech creators don't typically delve into. And yeah, no, I'm a short form content creator that makes content on every single platform, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. I make short form content for everybody to see. And yeah, I love what I do.
We're gonna ask you to rate Mike and I's fits at the end of the show, but before we get to that part, I know you're into a lot. You're into tech, you're into fashion, you're into sneakers, you're into content creation, you're into a bunch of stuff here, but I'm pretty sure it all started with gaming, right?
Yes, it started with gaming tech. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So when did you first start playing video games?
Okay, that's so me, like actually playing video games. I've been playing games since I was like 5 or 6. But it would be on my older brother's console. He had all the cool tech. He had the PS4, the Xbox 360. It was so fun to be able to play those games. He also had like a early version. He didn't have a PC, but he had like a laptop. But I've been playing games for a long time, pretty much my whole life. I think the first major canon memory would be me playing Minecraft. I think that's very normal for a lot of people around my age group. Minecraft was one of the first games that I really fell in love with, and it was a ton of fun. But yeah, I'd say about, what would that be, 14 years I've been gaming.
Oh, that's Mike's entire life. So was Minecraft the game that hooked you?
Minecraft, to an extent, yes, I'd say that, because it was, aside from just the game, it was obviously the creators. We're talking about 2012, 2013, okay. 2014 Minecraft creators, peak Minecraft content and content creators at that time. I was a big fan of Dan TDM. Who else? Oh, there's so many. Thanks, Sia. There's just so many. Think Noodles. If anybody remembers these names, I love you because these are Minecraft creators that not a lot of people talk about today, which obviously with time, you know, people grow up, things spread apart. But yeah, Minecraft was for sure a big starting moment in me, like fully realizing what gaming is in a general sense, since I was still very, very young.
Were you playing Minecraft on a console or a computer?
Neither. I was playing Minecraft on mobile edition. I had Minecraft Pocket Edition on my iPad Mini. Yep.
I mean, that's how you do it, man. I mean, the gaming, I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that like mobile gamers are gamers in essence, you know? And I think a lot of people think console PC, but honestly, there's so much. This is basically a computer on your phone, you know? So
yeah,
it's true.
Yep. And at the time, man, that's crazy, because Pocket Edition at the time was really, really good. I don't like Bedrock Edition. I don't know what they did. Bedrock Edition is so yucky. But at the time, Minecraft Pocket Edition and Java Edition, two of the greatest games to ever touch a platform ever. I would play Java Edition, like the normal PC version, every so often when I could, by using my brother's laptop when he wasn't home. But most of the time, it was on my on my iPad.
Then when did you actually transition into PC gaming? Like, when did you get your first PC though?
It was thanks to y'all. My first PC I got 2021. Late to summer 2021, I think. I think it's either that or 2022. But that was my first PC. I was working with y'all. I got hooked up with the case, power supply, all types of stuff. And I got a lot of help from a good friend of mine, Lamar Wilson, to get some of the other like major parts, like the graphics card, motherboard. And that was my first PC, and that's when I truly fell in love with like gaming. Like I truly fell in love with PC gaming specifically. Because it was one, it was incredibly fun to build the PC, and two, it was super like fire to have all of this massive catalog of games. I loved it. It was so fire.
Did you have I know you said Minecraft you played a lot of, but do you have like a favorite game as your childhood? And then as of now, do you have a favorite game?
Childhood favorite game? If it's not Minecraft, okay, for childhood, here's my three. It's either Minecraft, this is a random one, Lego City Undercover. This is so random. I love that game.
Good game.
I didn't even get to really play it, but I watched Blitzwinger play it in 2011. Oh my, yo. It's either that or what was my third one? Minecraft, Lego City Undercover. I guess those are only two. There was a third one. I can't remember it. But those are
Fortnite.
No, actually, no. I never was a big fan of Fortnite. Like when it was like super popular, 2017. I was never like super into Fortnite. I don't know. I feel like I definitely got more and started liking it a lot more the older I got. But for some reason, Fortnite never was like, oh yeah, Fortnite's fire. I don't know. And I know I also didn't really get to play it because I didn't get my first console until 2020. So I was a little late. But still, it was, I don't know, Fortnite was interesting.
It's interesting that you said Lego City Undercover, because just yesterday, I'm not making this up, Mike and I were talking about how all these Lego games are awesome.
They're so good, man. They're so good. So fun.
Yeah. I need a now that I like, it's one of those things when I keep forgetting that I'm able to really play anything now, especially that I'm on PC. So I really have to go back and play all of the games that I used to watch and wish I could play. So Lego City Undercover, I did do that last year. I played a bit of it. It's so much fun. I want to play some of the old Lego Batmans before the new Lego Batman comes out. The Lego Star Wars games, all of that stuff. I want to go back and really try those because I know I had a great time watching them when I was younger.
Yeah, they're fun.
The humor in them is so fun, though. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, that's
Would you
facts.
say that video games led you to your interest in tech, or were you always interested in tech?
I would say video games led to my like video games led to me really loving content creation or wanting to be a content creator. Is my Wi-Fi? Am I good?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. It looked like it was tripping for a second. I'd say yeah, gaming really made me like fully realize that I enjoyed creating content. Because like I'll do like a very quick story time where I was playing Minecraft, watching Minecraft. I had a great time, obviously, and I saw all of these creators doing that, and I was like, okay, I could do this too. 2015, I started a channel, and I started a Minecraft channel. Now, like I said, I was only playing Minecraft on my iPad mini. That was the only piece of tech that I like fully owned. And so I was recording, playing the game, and editing on my iPad mini from like 2015 to 2018, 19-ish. It was off and on. I wasn't consistent at all, but I was having a lot of fun. And so yes, I'd say gaming introduced me to like content creation and my love for that, which then introduced me to tech and that type of stuff. Also, I remember the third game. It was it's Wii Sports.
Oh yeah.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, Wii Sports for sure. But yeah.
All right, so walk us through your setup there. What do you got going on? What's in your PC? What's all those fancy lights you got going on over there?
Okay. Where do I start? PC. Let's start with PC. My PC, I have an Intel i7. Is it a 9700K? Hold on, let me open NZXT Cam because I can't remember. My graphics card is a Zotac Gaming 4080. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's either 2 or 4 terabytes of storage, which is almost all full, which is not good. I don't know which AIO I have. It's obviously one of y'all's, but I don't know what AIO I have. Let me see system specs. Am I missing anything important? i7 3700KF. That's my CPU. I have the Z790 motherboard. 2 Z-Skill DDR5 RAM sticks, which adds up to 32. I need to upgrade that to 64 immediately, actually. And yeah, 3 terabytes of storage.
Oh, you have a beefy PC, and Mike's over here running the podcast on an iPad mini. shaking my head, Mike. You gotta step up your game, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get some stuff up. But is there I know you said that you're looking to upgrade your RAM. Is there anything else you're thinking about upgrading else?
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be the PC either. Like it could be the setup too.
Yeah, just setup. Honestly, right now, in general setup terms, I want to change my desk. I'm trying to upgrade my desk.
That's an underrated upgrade, man.
Yeah, I've had this desk for 2 years. I'm very my interests change so often that like every year I want to redo my setup. I get bored of looking at the same thing. So this is the longest I think that my setup has stayed the exact same. I've had this for 2 years. The only stuff that I just moved my desk from this corner. This is where my desk used to be. I moved it here so I had like an actual background. But I want to change my desk. And PC wise, I gotta get a 5000 series GPU, upgrade the RAM, and realistically more storage if need, like if there's like a good deal or I could find some easily, more storage. Other than that, my PC's pretty good. It's built in the H9 Elite. I forgot to say that. The H9 Elite. I love this PC because of how it looks. It's fire. But yeah, other than that, I think my setup is cool. I also need to upgrade. Like I did a video on this like 2 days ago. Above my setup, there's no shelving. It's just a blank wall, which is very distracting when I'm recording. But yeah, that's about it.
The blank wall is distracting?
Yes, because I'll be recording a video and there'll be like the setup, which looks cool, and then it's just empty. Wow. So it would look kind of weird. And so I just have to fix that. Just add like a poster or some shelving, and that'll fix that problem.
I mean, do you have I know we do a lot of NZXT rate your setups podcasts. Do you have any advice because on like how to build like a cool clean setup, like something to prioritize or anything like that? Because I mean, looking behind you, you got some awesome stuff.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I would say I would say a lot of stuff that I'm seeing, especially like on TikTok, a lot of people create their setups not based on their personality and for what TikTok or other people say they like. I know my setup to most, like if I show my setup to the TikTok like comp setup people, they would think this is horrendous. But it fits my style. It's very easy for my I guess way of life. I have 3 monitors. Well, technically 2 and then 1 mini monitor under my main, which is great for like when I'm streaming or just multitasking. But obviously there's a lot I need to work on. Cable management is the main one, which I think everybody has a problem with at some point. But yeah, I would say make your setup for you. Be yourself, add your own personality to it. Like even for mine, I have, hold on, how can I show this? I have like stuff down here that I'm into. I
see Juice Eyes. I love the poster.
You know, you just gotta like add a little personality. I wish this wall was a blank wall because I would actually put stuff on the wall. But yeah, I have skateboard, Call of Duty sent me a display board. Oh, you can't see it. Call of Duty sent me a display board a couple years ago. Just cool stuff that I'm into. You gotta like add your own personality to your setups.
Yeah, the one thing you didn't mention, and it's the one thing I'm most jealous of your entire setup, is the fact that you have that bed on top of all that stuff right there. I always wanted it. I always wanted that, but I never was able to do that.
Yeah, no, this is my brother's setup. And so when I'm, doing whatever I'm doing here, he's still able to have like his own gaming setup. He has a PS5, an Xbox, and he's able to, play his games and stuff. And so, yeah, it was like a perfect spot to just put it underneath the bed.
Yeah, so, it keeps you warm during those winter months too.
100%. 100%.
For a heater.
100%.
So we know you're super passionate about tech, but the other thing we know you're super passionate about are sneakers and fashion. So when did your passion for these cultures come about?
I would say it was the most like genuine answer is growing up. Like I grew up creating content. I've been doing this since I was 14. I'm 19 now. So it was legit just me growing up, going through my teenage life and building interests as I grew up. I've always liked tech. Gaming became a bit higher because I was able to play more games and do more stuff with that. And then sneakers, I'd say 2022 is when I really found a love for sneakers. Like it was kind of random almost, but I don't know. Sneakers, I've always been like, I like sneakers, but I was never a fan of them until about 2022.
What's your favorite pair of sneakers in your collection?
Ooh, that's a question. It would probably be, I have a pair of Air Jordan 1. It's the Spider-Verse that they released in 2023.
Dang.
Those are, it's either those, which is like a super flashy, colorful shoe, or my Converse. I love my Converse. I have a pair of Converse that are, they have one of the thick soles. I can't remember the name of the actual shoe, but it has a thick sole, white and black, super simple. And I spam those. That's all I usually wear. Because I'll typically wear an outfit like this, which is black and white. It's easy to put on a pair of Converse. But yeah, it's either those two for sure.
Is there a holy grail shoe that you're hunting for?
I need a pair, holy grail wise, I need a pair of, I need some off-whites, some off-white Jordan 1s. I feel like everybody that's a sneakerhead needs to get a pair of one of those, and it solidifies you as being a sneakerhead.
What size are you? I think DJ Logic in the chat can give you his. He says he has some.
I'm 11 and a half, and I will send you my mailing address. I need that ASAP, please.
He's a size 6. I'm sorry.
Yo.
No, he's a size 10. All right.
Off-white Jordans are so nice. My friend proposed in those shoes. He had those shoes, and he proposed to his girlfriend in those shoes because he's like, this is like the shoe to do it in.
Yeah.
I got a random sneaker question for you for myself. All right, so I just went back to school shopping with my kids, right? Because they started school these last couple of weeks, and got them shoes. And I had never tried on New Balance sneakers, so I tried them on, and like I immediately fell in love with them, and I ended up buying them. And my wife hates them. She thinks like they look like
they look like dad shoes. Yeah.
Old dad shoes because they're all like poofy and whatnot. But I'm like, you have no idea. They're just so comfortable. So do you think when it comes to sneakers, is it okay to rock shoes that are comfy, that are not necessarily like cool looking, I guess you could say?
I would say for me, no.
Okay.
But I would say in a general sense, of course. Because at the end of the day, a shoe is literally supposed to be comfy, and I have like 2 pairs of shoes that are not comfy at all, and I only wear for an outfit. And I don't have a great time in them. Yeah. So I think it's fine. I think it's normal. Now,
are you the type of guy that walks like this so your shoes don't crease?
No, not typically. I don't mind if my shoe creases. I don't mind if it creases, but I'm not going to intentionally crease it.
Okay.
So people that like would kneel down or something and crease the shoe, those people annoy me. I don't know how you do that, but I'll walk normally.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any sneakers out there right now that are like super hype that you're just wanting to get, or anything that you see trending in the sneaker world that you like?
Right now, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Sneakers are so weird to me because I would literally just be on Instagram or Twitter, X, whatever it's called, and some stuff will just pop up that's like, this is coming out in the next couple of weeks. So I don't really think about it, but I know there's a lot of random sneakers that I really want to get my hands on soon that I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get them. Hold on. I'm going to, we could keep talking. I'm going to look up my sneaker news, the sneaker news thing I use.
You mentioned Instagram, and you definitely have some amazing photos on there. Mike, you want to pull up his IG? MuneerTV _.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I
Um,
just saw the Chucks.
me and all of my the Converses. Me and all of my friends, we take our Instagrams very seriously when it comes to pictures. The pictures have to fit a certain aesthetic. They have to like actually look good. And for me, my main point is like I always want to have at least a sneaker picture in one of my posts. And that's something that I
like. Wait, go back one, Mike.
Which one?
Where he's like laying down in that circle thing. It's
oh,
actually his Twitter background too. That's a cool picture.
yeah.
Where is that?
This is downtown in my area. This is one of my favorite pictures or like photo shoots that I've had. I did this all by myself. I legit put my phone up on a tripod and recorded, and then I screenshotted good shots later. But
that should be the cover of your album whenever you release it.
bet whatever that's coming out, I got you.
How did so we know you're into sneakers, but how did fashion become such a big component of your life?
It's like legit it's a branch. You can't talk about sneakers without talking about fashion. You can't talk about fashion without talking about sneakers. And so once I realized I was into sneakers, you can actually look this up if you want to. My very first sneaker were the Jordan. Jordan 11 Watch the Thrones. If it's not Jordan 11, I don't know if that's the number.
All right, Mike, pull him up.
Oh, I gotcha.
Let's see.
The Watch the Thrones?
Yes. Yep, those right there. LeBron
sick.
9. LeBron 9. I said Jordan. I'm wilding. LeBron 9s. These were my very first pair of sneakers, 2022. And looking back, these look amazing, but I would never buy them. They're not really me. Too flashy. But for 2022, I was 3 years. Is that 3 years ago? Yeah, I was 16. This is a very normal shoe to want and like actually get. Because learning what I'm into, the flashiness was fire. But yeah, no. After getting these, and I got like probably 2 more sneakers after that, I started getting more into fashion. And realizing you can't just wear a sneaker. Like if you're into sneakers for a fashion sense, you can't just wear a sneaker with anything. And so I wanted to start getting more into clothes. I wouldn't say I really got into clothes and like found my personal style until like last year, 2024. When I found my personal style. And when I did find that, a lot of sneakers that I had previously bought became kind of, I wouldn't say obsolete, but like I wouldn't wear them today. I made a video last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, where I was talking about a pair of Jordan 11 Cool Grays. When I got those sneakers 3 years ago, I love them. Super clean pair of sneaker, but I wouldn't wear them today. And a lot of people were like, what are you talking about? They're a great pair of sneakers, da 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 da. But it's just everybody has to go through like a stage of finding their own style. And I definitely have gone through and still am going through that. But yeah, sneakers is the reason I got into fashion 100%.
Do you have like a like your ever since you started this whole, fashion rebrand for yourself, do you have like a favorite article of clothing?
Favorite article of clothing. What would that like?
Well, I mean, besides the NZXT shirt you're wearing right now.
100%.
Yeah, like what is there like your favorite outfit that you have, or like one that you always wear?
Okay. This is okay. A couple of my friends make fun of me because I always somehow find a way to put it on, but I like wearing ties like casually. Like I'll have a button-up shirt with a tie. I don't know, something about that outfit, that style I'm super into. I'll have that with like a cardigan or a hoodie over it. And it's the top half of my outfit that I feel like I use or I wear the most. And this is how I think about it. A lot of people don't like to re-wear outfits. The way I do it, the top half of my outfit could be the exact same as long as I switch my sneakers and the pants. It could
What about shorts? What are your opinions on wearing shorts?
Ooh, what type of shorts? What type of shorts are we talking?
Any type of shorts.
Okay. I don't wear shorts that often. I do have a few pictures on my page. I have a pair of jean shorts on. Those
are called jorts.
Yes. Jorts. Yep. Those are really the only, and I own one pair, and that's the only time that I've taken pictures in them. That's legit the only like pair of jorts that I would wear, or shorts in general. Yeah. If it's like a jean short or something of that nature. But yeah, no, I'm not the biggest fan of shorts, and that's legit just personal preference. Because a lot of people I see like wear shorts and it looks fire, but me personally, I'm not that big of a fan.
Can you believe there's a guy that wears shorts at the office here? Every single day.
I wonder who that is. That's crazy.
And he walks like this because he's on a piece of shoes. Oh man. So yeah. Okay, I know you gave advice to people that want to, have a clean setup, but what advice would you give to people who want to spice up their wardrobe a little bit? Not me and Mike, but to other people.
Right. Of course. I would say it's pretty much similar to the setup. Be yourself, add your own personality. Me wearing a tie and a button-up shirt is not something a lot of people would do. And when I first did it, a lot of people thought I was losing my mind because it didn't make, like, it's not normal. But I felt comfortable in it. I felt like it was an expression of me in a way. I don't know how to explain it. Your clothes and the stuff around you, like your setup, should be an expression of yourself. So I would say be yourself, and don't think you have to get the most expensive stuff. That goes for the setup as well. I said this the other day. You can make a good outfit. You can make a good outfit look expensive as long as you wear it right. When I wear my Converse, those shoes are, which for sneaker standards is very, very cheap. Those are like $100. And they're not an expensive shoe. They don't look that flashy, but if I'm able to wear it with a good enough outfit, it brings everything together. So you don't need to have the most expensive sneaker, the most expensive clothes. Just know how to wear it. And to know how to wear it is really up to you. That's all, whatever goes on in your mind. Because at the end of the day, it's very personality based.
That's my problem, Mike. I just don't know. I don't know how to wear makeup. Oh man. All right. So now that we know about your sneakers and fashion, what about content creation and streaming here? How did you first get into creating content in the first place about all this stuff? Because you create content about everything you're into here.
Mm-hmm. I would say, is the question when I first got into content in general, or just like talking about everything that I talk about now?
Yeah, how did you first get into creating content? Because it's one thing to like something and be into it, right? Like,
right.
You're into video games, you're into tech, you're into sneakers, you're into fashion, but then it's a whole nother level to say, you know what? I'm going to actually start creating content about this every single day of my life and put it out there into the world. So how did you get into that?
Right. I would say, because like we were talking about earlier, I started with tech gaming, and that was 2020. So that means I've been creating content for 5 years, which is wild. That's insane. And that really stemmed from me watching Marquez in like 2019, 2018. I was watching his reviews and his videos, and he really inspired me like heavily, which it was a mix of that. Obviously, me being into technology and being into everything that I was into at that time, which didn't include like shoes and fashion. And so I said, you know what, I could do this too. And I made it work. I had whatever equipment I had at the time, and I made it work. I was using my laptop webcam, just all the different random stuff to really make it work. And that was in 2020. And it was really based off of me having a deep love and passion for technology, gaming, and just content, because I grew up, I'm an iPad kid. So I grew up watching stuff from being 5 years old on YouTube. And so, yeah, that. And then from there, I was making videos for like a year. I legit only made long form videos exclusively for only a year. 2021, I got into short form content because I was low. We'll probably talk about this more when we're if we end up talking about like mental or going through content and like handling that. But in 2021, content, everything wasn't going how I wanted it to specifically, and so I was gonna kind of take a break or leave it in a general way, because it wasn't hitting like it was when I first started. But I talked to Lamar Wilson. He's probably one of the very first like true short form content creators that really like made a brand and business off of it. And he was like, "Yo, just give it a try." Started making short form content, and yeah, the rest is like history. Me going to short form allowed me to be more expressive, which is how I started being more personality based. I started doing more what's it called? Like personality based content, which is the sneakers, the fashion, the gaming, like being more expressive with the gaming stuff that I did. And so that's kind of how I got into all of it. It was really just passion and realizing that most people, which is crazy, most people nowadays on the internet are able to make a living off of what they love. And I knew that I wanted to do the same. And so I locked in and I tried to figure it out, and I'm still figuring it out to this day, but I'm having a great time, and it's really the only main thing that I want to do. Yeah, I hope I answered that correctly.
Can you I know you've been talking about it, you're basically trying to create a piece of content every day, so can you walk us a day in the life of, you know, like what's your typical content or stream day look like?
I would say, okay, my days are incredibly sporadic. There's no schedule, and I personally hate schedules. So that's one of the reasons. There's no schedule. But if I'm having a week like this week where I decide to challenge myself to make a piece of content every single day, I'm on this would be day 4. No, this would be day 5. I typically wake up and I figure out what I'm going to do on that day. I'm of the mindset that unless it's like a very big thing to talk about, like how I talked about the PC a couple weeks ago, or I'm reviewing something for a brand, unless it's very specific to that, I don't really plan out my content because it keeps it fun. And I think my audience, or the audience I'm trying to grow, prefers that. And so I'd wake up, figure out what I'm gonna do. I do write some stuff out, like bullet points and just mental notes. But after doing short form for like 4 years, I've kind of gotten really good at just winging it on camera. And so I pick my topic, talk about it. I set up with the C stand here. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I got good at creating videos until this year, because a lot of it was like a good bit of learning and trial and error. But this year, I feel like I got good at making videos for the first time. And I use my phone. I film everything off of this is a 15 Pro Max. I film everything off of here. Send it over to my PC. And I edit it. Editing is my favorite part of everything I do. Editing is the most fun because it's really cool to build something from pretty much nothing. And yeah, and then I do that. I post it. I typically post all of my videos the same day I record and edit them. And yeah, that's pretty much rinse and repeat for whenever. Typically, I want to get three videos out a week. Usually, I get 2. And that's mostly just me being in my own head and like wanting to put so much into my content. I'm very picky. I'm very perfectionist esque, and so I want to make sure it's good and it's something that I really want the world to see and the people to view. And so I could either post Monday and Friday, or I could post every single day if I try, or I could. It's very up to me and what I feel like I want to present.
What's something that you struggled with when you first started out creating content? Because you've been doing this a while, and like you said, this is the year that I actually got good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was the biggest struggle that you went through?
Biggest struggle, I'd say during the start, equipment, because I knew you didn't need the coolest stuff. I knew that, but I didn't have the stuff in general. And so equipment was like one of the major things that I had to really power through and realize that it's just create. If I can, just make it. And I'm blessed that I was able to really build something from it, and I'm here now. Because a lot of creators and a lot of people in general, you know, it would be very discouraging, and it was for me, to look at what you want to do and not have the stuff to do it at the start. But it's just like any piece of art or music or anything anybody does, they're not great at it from the start. And that's normal. But me, I didn't think it was at the time because I was young. And so that was my biggest struggle, I'd say, was like equipment, and also like learning how to talk to the camera. I've never been camera shy, but I've never known how to actually like talk to a camera and make it interesting. And so I found that came throughout the years. That's still something that I'm getting better at today. You know, just showing more personality, trying to be funny in my own way. I'm not trying to be a comedian, but I do find things funny, and I do have jokes sometimes, and being okay with showing that on camera. Because I don't want to seem like a robot, if that makes sense. And so, yeah.
Yeah. So knowing what you know now about content creation, what advice would you give people who want to do the same thing? Like, what would you tell them to focus on?
I would say to not focus on numbers. I'm still struggling with that today because I've had great highs, I've had lows, and it will mess with you. So don't focus on that. And also be okay to, and this is something I was very stubborn on in the start, but you have to be okay to not be able to do this is gonna, how do I say this without sounding like discouraging? To not be able to do exactly what you want to do, if that makes sense. I love sneakers, and for a year I made only sneaker content, but I had to sit down and realize that it wasn't working how I would like it to. And you have to be okay with understanding that and growing from it. I said, okay. I got very discouraged. Mine was worse because I got really discouraged. And so I was like, okay, I'm just done with it. I stopped making sneaker content. Suddenly, I'm working with Nike because I made sneaker content. And it's one of those things you have to be okay with letting something go, even if you love it a lot. I think Avatar kind of talked about this. That's funny. Letting something go, as like, if you love something a lot, you got to be able to let it go to either grow or just realize it's not for you. And that's something I'm still going through today and just in general. And I've gone through where it's like, okay, I know I love this, but if it's not gonna work and I can't be able to make like a living off of it, I can't sit here and waste my time. And then once you're able to get where you want to be, you can do whatever you want. Marquez could almost quite literally do anything he wants. Obviously, he has a brand, but he has all of these other channels because he likes talking about cars, this, that, and the third. He can, because he built around a certain thing that is able to, I guess, what's the word? Keep him afloat, keep him good. He's locked. He loves what he does on his main channel, but he has different interests, just like I do. I'm going the harder way because I'm trying to show all of my interests while I'm growing, which is a lot more difficult and really isn't normal. But because I'm a short form content creator, it can work. I just have to be patient, and patience is a big thing. I have videos that are at 200,000 views now, but when I posted it, it only hit 400, and I was like, okay. And those videos hit 200,000 views over 3 years. So it's like you have to be very patient. And so yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd say be able to let something go if you need to, but don't let something go with any sort of anger in your heart over it. You just have to be able to realize, okay, I have to switch. You can come back whenever you want, and whenever you really get to where you need to be, but you just have to be able to take a step back. I'd say that for sure.
Yeah, I know you talked a little bit about like, things getting 200,000 views. What's been like your most viral or like your most impactful piece of content you've made?
Okay, this is so stupid. My most viral video ever is a video on TikTok last year where I played Fortnite with a steering wheel. I did a TikTok live. I played Fortnite with a steering wheel. That video got 1.2 million views, I think. That is my biggest video ever, and it makes me so like it's so annoying because that's not even my content. I did that because I was like, you know what's gonna happen? And that video was my biggest video to ever like touch the internet.
That's
so
hilarious.
That's so annoying. And then let me see. On YouTube, because YouTube will have my impactful stuff for impactful to me. Let me see real quick. Analytics.
I actually want to play Fortnite with the wheel now.
That it's low key, like it's kind of fun. It was kind of fun. 100% content. How do you sort by like most popular? Oh, views. There we go. My most popular video on YouTube, 298,000 views, is actually a sneaker video. I got Jordan 4 Red Thunders. If you want the link, I could share it real quick. But I got where's Discord? Hold on. Oops. Boom. Okay, it's in a group chat. I got a pair of sneakers. It's one of the earliest pair of sneakers I got, and one of the earliest versions of sneaker content that I've made. And yeah, that's at 298,000. I don't know how or why that video is so high. I have no idea. Because at the time, even now, the sneaker is not that popular. So it's very weird.
Mike can't check Discord because
I have it now. I have it now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I just dropped in the chat too. There we go.
And yeah,
The shoes look cool.
I love these. I love these. I just don't have a lot of stuff to wear with it color wise. But I do love these. That was 2022. That was 4 days after my birthday. So I was 16. Yeah. I just turned 16.
When you were talking about the steering wheel video, you said it was so dumb, right? That video was like your next video. But are there any videos that make you smile or even cringe when you look back at them? You're like, can't believe what that video ended up doing.
There's a lot of them. It's hard for me because my view of all of my older stuff is so altered more than a normal creator or a person that started when they were older, because I'm looking at a child version of myself and I'm not the same person I was. And so it's cringy to just look back and be like, what was I it was just weird. I look back at some of my old shoe videos, I'm like, what am I wearing? Or just that type of stuff where it's like I grew on camera. And so almost all of my videos that are older make me cringe for sure.
When you're my age, you're gonna be like, why the heck did I ever wear jorts?
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something like it's legit something random where I'm just like, why did I ever do that? Like one day I might get older and I'm like, why did I ever wear a tie? But as you get older, you just get new interests and you look back with a different mindset. And so yeah, that's I'd say most of my content is very not most of, but like my old stuff is very cringe worthy for me when I look back. But I know that I can't deny that my videos weren't good, which is like, I know they were good, and that's why a lot of them have so many views. Because they're short form videos, literally 60 seconds or less, and I was able to compact as much info, energy, all of that into that, and it was good enough for people to want to view, I guess, 298,000 times. So it's very weird. It's very weird. Ooh, I dropped my phone.
I know you talked a little bit about it, like when you had really high growth, sometimes you'll have very slow growth times. I know you talked a little bit about patience, but like, do you have any advice on people dealing with that burnout and the slow growth periods?
It's really, it's hard. I understand it because I'm still in that kind of period, but I know that it's my fault, which I'll say that's a good advice. Know when it's like it's your fault. Sometimes it's not. And I understand that. And I feel like that's a lot harder to go through because you're doing everything right, at least to you, and it's not working. And I do feel for creators or just anybody doing something that's not giving them the results they need. But patience is literally the only word I could use, because if I realize, like, especially on the internet, I'm seeing so many creators blow up. If you really want to do something, you can do it. If it's like for you and you make yourself for it. Does that make sense? That sounds kind of backwards, but you could be into tech, but you might not be a tech creator. But if you really want to make tech videos, you can make yourself into a tech creator, if that makes sense. But I would say, yeah, just patience, realizing if it's you. I know it's me right now, why I'm not where I feel like I should be. And that's because I haven't been posting as much as I should. And I haven't been posting the correct type of content like I should, which is more tech related or more just like stuff that people would actually care about. Which is one of the reasons why I had to drop the sneaker stuff for a little while, because nobody cared about what, I have to be honest, nobody cared about what a 16-year-old had to say about a pair of sneakers. So you have to figure out, and I had to figure out how to make it interesting enough for people to care, which is usually through my energy. But yeah, patience and just being able to understand if you're actually doing what you need to be doing, or if you're doing what you want and you know it's not working. it's a lot though. I really feel for a lot of creators out there because it's definitely a lot to go through mentally. You're working and you're working, and you're not seeing what you want to see. But if this is something that you really want to do, you will see you'll see you'll see the results eventually. I feel like everybody has their time. And I know even for me, I'm still waiting and I'm still building, I'm still locking in to make sure I get there. So yeah.
Where do you see yourself in like the next year from now? Like what do you want to see your growth as a creator be?
I want to be within the next year, hopefully sooner. I want to be at 100,000 followers, subscribers on some type of platform. Right now, it's either TikTok or Instagram are my main focuses. It might be YouTube, who knows? But yeah, I want to be there, and I want to still be like, I want to get better at showing personality on camera. I think I'm getting there. I think I'm improving, but it's one of those two. It's both of those that I want to be able to be at within the next year. 100,000 somewhere, hopefully sooner. I'm aiming for the next 6 months. And 9 months, is it 9 months or 8 months, 7 months at most, because I want to hit at least a good milestone before my 20th birthday.
You hear that, chat? Type exclamation Muneer in the chat.
Yes.
And then get the link to his socials. Follow him.
W, I appreciate you. Yes. But yeah, just that, and being more locked in, understanding that I need to work more. I'd say I'm working hard, but I'm not working a lot, and I need to merge those two to be able to grow and do what I need to be able to do. And hopefully at some point, I get my own space. I really lock in. I'm good. And I just keep creating. At the end of the day, my content is entertainment and education, which is just actual word, edutainment. I want to be educating, but I don't want it to feel boring, which I feel like I'm good at so far. And yeah, just keep creating. I want to hit a milestone though, 100% within the next 6 months to a year, for sure.
Are there any creators out there you really respect or that you want to collab with?
Okay, I'll go more broad. Like respect wise, I'll go more broad. There's a few streamers that I really respect for their grind and like locking in. I'd say Blackboy Max is one of them. I'd say I'm Dante, if anybody knows.
Oh yeah.
I respect those creators a lot. Especially Dante. He's been doing this for over a decade, and he still is like locked in, and people are still talking about him almost on a daily basis, pretty much on a daily basis. And I respect him a lot for that. He's the main reason I even started dabbling into streaming. And so, yeah. And then tech wise, I don't know. I've realized, like, as I've gotten more into my content, that I've kind of shut myself off from a lot of other creators. And so collabs or like working with people, not brand wise, is very weird to me, even though I used to do it a lot when I first started. But yeah, it's one of those things, and there are a lot of, but there's not a lot of creators doing short form content that I feel would fully fit or work with me. Just like on a video or chemistry wise.
I thought you were gonna say Kai Cenat because you applied to his streamer university not too long ago. Yes,
Kai is up there, but Kai is also like, the funny thing about Kai is he's legit like he's the biggest streamer of all time. Or
Yeah.
not? Is he though? Is he the
I
biggest
think-
of all
I
time?
think
He's probably
I
up
think he
there.
is.
He's probably
I think he's
probably top
he's-
5 easily.
if he's not, yeah, if he's not number one, he's easily top 5, top 3. But I think he's number 1. I don't know. But what's it called? I respect him a lot, but he's also like it's like thinking of a celebrity where it's like, yeah, they seem cool and I'd love to work with them, but also it's Drake. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those. So I don't really think about it. I definitely watch Kai. I respect him a lot. I feel like he's really pushed forward a different breakthrough for streamers over the last few years, along with other creators like Dante, I'm Dante, Your Rage, just a lot of other streamers. So I definitely respect him. But it's like, yeah, it's like streaming Drake. It's like, you know, I love to work with him, but would I? So yeah.
So what inspired you to apply to the streamer university?
That was legit me just like I learned from doing content that you have to just apply to stuff, just ask for stuff, not ask for stuff, but like reach out to brands, reach out to whoever you want to work with, because you never know. And realistically the worst that you could get told is no. And so I was like, you know what? I'm a streamer. I'd say I'm a streamer. It was me and my group of other content creators, streamers. We all applied together. And it was like, hey, let's just see what happens. Maybe one of us gets accepted. And it's just like, yeah, I would love to be in that environment to work with a lot of different creators. It's great to network, build an audience of people that don't know that I exist. And it would have been a great time. I obviously did not get accepted, but I'm very proud of the acceptance video I made, or not acceptance video, the submission video I made, because I did really put my heart into it. Looking back, there's a lot I could have added, and that's even this is what, 3 months ago, and so it's like I'm still growing, and I'm realizing, yeah, I could have did this, I could have did that, but very proud of it, and I'm glad I just took that risk, because you never know. Who knows? Yeah. A different version of me might have got accepted, and who knows where I'm at in that reality. But
maybe one day Mike and I will be applying to MuneerTV streamer university.
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know, for real.
You never know. It's one of those. Yeah, it's like stuff can happen at a blink of an eye. People blow up. People blow up overnight. Well, visually overnight. To them, they've been working for years, but for the basic audience, overnight. And so, you know, you never know. Life can surprise you. Exactly. You never know. You never know.
I know you talked a little bit about, like, you know, you could have added this or that or done something differently, but did you learn anything about yourself during like the application kind of process?
I would say I learned that I don't know how to pitch myself in a way, in a certain way. Like even during this, when I had to not pitch myself, but I had to introduce myself, I need to work on that. Because I realized that I know who I am, but I don't know how to put that into words that people on Instagram or TikTok would care about. And so learning how to pitch myself better when it's not brand related and actually just me talking to a camera is something that I have to get better at, for sure. And I learned that I'm not the best at that. I'd say yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So for those that don't know, this is actually the first time that Ivan, and Mike, my sidekick here, have actually interacted face-to-face virtually with Muneer. But we've actually been working with Muneer for a long time. And I actually remember one day, probably like 5 years ago at this point, a long time ago, I was walking behind Andy's desk. Shout out Andy.
Tell
And he
you,
was
Andy, bro.
yeah, and he was watching a MuneerTV video, and I remember going, "Hey, who's that kid?" Because you were a little kid. I was like, "Who's this little kid who's watching?" He's like, "Oh, it's this guy Muneer," and he mentioned Lamar as well. I think Lamar might have like told Andy, "Hey, check out this guy Muneer and all this stuff." And right off the bat, I thought, "Man, this guy's making some cool videos." But how? So that's how I first got introduced to you. But how did you first get introduced to NZXT?
I wanted a PC, and I was. This is. I guess this would be 2021. I was realizing that I cannot do the gaming I want to do on a console. I actually just started working with Microsoft, and they hooked me up with a Series X. I love them. Shout out to them. Microsoft Xbox. And I was gaming on that, but I realized there's a lot of games that I want to play that I cannot play. And so I was like, okay. At the time, I was like, even though I was into tech, I didn't know really anything about PCs. So I was like, okay, how do I figure this out? Originally, I did not want to build one, but I realized that it would actually be a good experience and fun. And so, I was looking on the internet. I saw NZXT, liked y'all's stuff, y'all's website. And I was like, okay, how could I not, how could I find somebody to reach out to work with y'all? And so this is pretty much how it always goes with working with brands for me. I'll find a company I want to work with. I'll find somebody at that company that works with influencers, content creators, public relations, just any type of stuff in that world. And I'll reach out to them. I'll pitch myself. At the time, it was Andy. I reached out to Andy. And yeah, he was super cool. And what's it called? He was like, yeah, I can help you with this. I can't help you with this. And I respected him for that, because he was like, I could do this, but you have to do this on your own. And I said, okay, bet. Give me some time and I'll let you know. Boom, boom, boom. And the rest is pretty much history. But yeah, NZXT is one of those, like, I literally kind of stumbled upon y'all's stuff because I didn't know anything about PCs. And I fell in love with y'all's products, your guys' products and stuff. So yeah, I'd say that's how it kind of started.
Was there like a like when you worked with Andy and got like some tech and stuff, was there something that like surprised you? Like, because you're, like you said, you're still kind of learning about PCs through this time.
Funny enough, this is so opposite to what a lot of people would probably say. I've realized how easy PCs are to build. They're actually not as difficult as it looks, because to me, once I get the motherboard in, I'm good. I just have to make sure I have the right cables in the right places, which can get tedious. But once you have the motherboard like actually drilled or screwed into the case, you're pretty much good.
Yeah.
And so I definitely learned that that's a lot easier, and that's how I kind of fell in love with wanting to build PCs. And I want to do something. I want to build something soon. I have the I do want to make a micro ATX build very soon. I want to do it. I have the H3 Flow. I have the graphics card. If I make that build, I would legit just take everything out of my case right now and just move it over. The only thing I need to move over, or I don't have, is a micro ATX motherboard. Need to get one of those, and I'm gonna do that build. It would be a great video, and it would free up a lot of space on my desk. The H3 Flow looks awesome and stuff. But yeah, I'd say I found out how easy it is to like build. It wasn't that bad at all. It took a long time because obviously it's my first time and I was being very careful. But by the second time when I built this PC, way simpler. And I wasn't as nervous or anything.
Yeah, because once you learn once, you pretty much know how to do it every time. Yeah, the parts can change, the case can change, but like in reality, the process is going to be around the same no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. for sure. And that's what I really like about it. It's not too. I thought it was different every time, but it's literally the same parts, just different font most of the time.
Yeah.
And so it's very simple, very simple.
When it comes to working with brands like NZXT, what would you
Mhm.
say matters most to you? Is it having just access to products? Is it you having creative freedom? Is it Andy or whoever, giving you step-by-step instructions on what you need? What do you think is the most important?
I'd say it's both having creative freedom, 100%, unless it's paid or like a certain campaign that the brand is pushing for. But in general, if it's just normal product, send out. I'd say creative freedom. A lot of companies, especially smaller ones, I don't know why, but they're very like controlling sometimes, and it can get a little bit annoying because it's like I appreciate y'all for supporting me and even trusting in me, but you're also not funding me in a direct way.
Yeah.
And so I should be able to have the creative freedom to work on what I want. Obviously, I wouldn't slander a company for no reason. Like if there's a problem, I could talk about the problem, but that's different. Criticism is different than slander. I would never like get on a camera and talk crazy about a brand. That's just not me, and it's not good for my own brand.
Now I'm paranoid because we were recently chatting about a collaboration, and I'm wondering, did I give him too many instructions? Was I too controlling? Is he talking about me right now? I don't think I did.
Not at all, because this is what we're working on is legit a campaign. That's very different. But mine is more so talking like relating to a brand sent me a control. Let's say they sent me a controller, and they're like, "Can you talk about this? Also, make sure this. Also, send this to review. It gets a lot because it's like, yes, I got the controller, but you're also not directly like funding me or paying me for the content, and so I still have my own creative freedom that I'm able to talk about really whatever I want, as long as I talk about y'all's brand in a dedicated video, which is what I typically do. But yeah,
when you're working with all these different brands, including NZXT, like how would you define success of that collaboration?
I would say if the brand is happy. I typically, when it's brand related, I don't think about views. I know sometimes I'll get a little like down because I'm like, dang, I wish this company, I wish this video got viewed more so this company could like maybe work with me more or really realize, or get like some type of major exposure from it. So sometimes I feel bad if it doesn't perform as well as I thought it would. But typically, if the brand or the person at the brand that I'm working with is happy, then I'm good. And definitely like working with NZXT, Andy, you guys, it's one of those, y'all are very laid back in terms of creative freedom, which I appreciate a lot. And which is why you guys are legit like if I had like a quote unquote channel sponsor in a way, it would be NZXT because I've worked with y'all for so long. And I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. And I try my best to show that in every NZXT video that I make. But yeah.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual, and I'm not just saying that because, for us, it's the same thing. Like, it's not about, we have to find the person who can get us the biggest views and get them a PC. It's literally like, no, let's just find someone that we actually enjoy watching and that we vibe with and that we think is doing something special. And you check all those boxes, man. So it's been fun.
Thank you.
Not just working with you, but also seeing how far you've come from, just being, like I said, I walked behind Andy's desk and I was like, who the heck is this kid? And then now you're doing all sorts of cool stuff, not just with PCs, but also with sneakers and tech. And who knows, maybe one day you will have a streamer university. You never know.
Never know. You never know.
Yeah.
For sure. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Now it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's where Mike is going to ask you a bunch of random questions. So take it away, Mike.
All right, let's do some rapid fire. So go ahead and answer however you like. But actually, this was from the chat, and I thought this is actually a great question. Is did you play Minecraft with mods or pure vanilla? And if you had mods, which one?
Pure vanilla until about 4 years ago when I got my PC. Actually, pure vanilla until then. Pocket edition. And then from Pocket Edition, I got it on my laptop in 2020. No mods at that time. And then when I got my PC, I did mods. Locked in, started doing mods. Minecraft is so much better with mods. I can't play vanilla now. 100%.
What games are you playing as of right now?
Right now, I am playing... I'm playing Black Myth Wukong.
Ooh, good.
What's crazy, I got that game a year ago. I played hours of it. When it first came out, I got the game because I was so excited for this game. I never finished it. So I'm like, okay, it's been a year. Let me actually finish this game. So Black Myth Wukong. Just one more. I guess Death Stranding. I'm trying to 100% Death Stranding too. I don't think I'm ever gonna do it, but I wanted to try. I'm playing that, and I guess the most recent like friend game or party game I played is Peak.
Oh, I love Peak. Such a good game.
Yes, great game.
Is there a game that you'd recommend to everyone in the chat to play right now?
Cyberpunk 2077. Everybody should play that game at least once in their life. And if you play the game, watch the show after as well. Yeah, that game is that's my favorite game of all time. Best game. I wouldn't say best game ever made because that's a lot, but it's one of the best like pieces of gaming to like come out. 100%.
I hate to admit it, I watched the anime. I know all about Cyberpunk. I have it in my library. I still haven't played it. I need to play it. I know.
You gotta play it. You got to. You have to.
Is there a sneaker that you took an L on that still hurts to this day?
And don't say New Balance. You better not say New Balance.
This is funny. Bro, you know, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say two things. The sneaker that I took the L on would probably be... It was more so for content and it was like a cool video. I got a pair of Adidas Star-Lord. It was an Adidas Star-Lord collab. I liked the shoe when I first got them. And when I first had them, they were nice. For some reason, that shoe... I've never seen something change so much in my eyes. Like I don't like that shoe at all. I got the red ones.
The red ones?
Yeah. If I got the white and blue ones, I would love it to this day. And I realized that. I don't know. I knew for content it was great, but for me, I don't know these shoes. Ooh, I don't like these shoes. And I realized also the other thing I wanted to say, it's weird because I really only own Nike, Nike shoes. And so if I like what I just said about the Adidas, it makes it seem like because I've also worked with a sector of Nike. I worked with Dot Swoosh. And so it will make it seem like I'm sponsored. I'm not at all. I legit am just a big Nike fan. And I wear a lot of Jordans. And I wear Converse, which is also owned by Nike, and I didn't know that until like a year ago.
I didn't know that until you said that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it seems like I'm a massive like Nike fanboy, which I do love them a lot, but it just happens to be that Nike is mostly all I wear. And so yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on reps?
Okay, this is what I've always said. If I can't notice it's a rep, then it's a good rep. And just nothing I can say. If I can't notice that the shoe is fake or a rep, I'll say rep. I won't say fake. If the shoe is a rep, then then you're good. I think that's how most of it should go. And even if I can notice, I'm not the type to really give my opinion on what other people, you know. If it looks good, then it looks good. It's just how it goes.
I'm not a zoomer. I'm assuming rep means replica.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Do you believe in no creases or worn and loved?
Depends on the shoe. If I get the off-white Jordan 1s, not touching those. It's going in a case.
Yeah.
But most shoes,
So you wouldn't wear those shoes at all?
no, I couldn't. If I wear them, I'm wearing them once at a designated spot for a photo shoot, and I'll take them out of the box at that spot.
I mean, they're
I'm not wearing those.
expensive. They are
Expensive.
Let me
Yes.
see if I can find it. I'm seeing like close to 1,600, 2,500. You know, these things are expensive. These are these are probably that, and the Chicago's probably the highest, most expensive ones. Maybe the Dior ones too. But yeah, you pretty much you have these. You're like, this is I'm not touching these.
Yeah. 100%. But those I wouldn't touch. But most shoes I've owned, I've worn every single pair of shoes I own. And I think you should wear your shoes unless it's something crazy like those what's it called? Off-whites. But yeah, definitely wear your shoes. You should put it on.
What's the hardest part of content creation that people may not realize?
Ooh. The patience. It keeps coming back to that word. I don't know. But you have to be able to like stay with it. It's gonna be a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but if this is something you want to do, you'll be able to get through it. And I'd say like hardest part, I'd say also like I feel like there's one more like major thing that I might be missing, but yeah, I'd say patience is the main one. It's the main thing that I feel like I've dealt with. So yeah, that's why I'll leave it at that.
What thing your community would be surprised to know about you?
I have a lot more things I can say and personality, and I'm a lot more funny, but I don't show it. And I don't know why. I think it's because of how I started creating content. I started of the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna make content like Marquez. And so I come on camera, I present. That's pretty much all I did. I would present and I would leave. And so I'm trying to get out of that mindset and learn how to show more personality. I'm funny. I have jokes sometimes. And I'd say, yeah, that if you that's for video wise. Streaming wise, my audience pretty much sees my like normal self, especially when I'm gaming. And so there's nothing there that I would say for that community. But yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but Mike, are you seriously tweeting about feet pics while the podcast is going on?
Someone, I literally was like just doing this stuff, and I get a DM from someone going, "So you're giving free feet pics?" And I go, "I gotta tweet this out. This is crazy."
I got a notification on my phone. The NZXT tweeted. I was like, "Wait, who's tweeting if me and Mike are here?" And then I opened up my phone, and it's Mike tweeting about feet pics. I guess all this shoot talk has you feeling a certain kind of way, right?
Yo, that's funny.
Speaking of which, actually, what would you have done if you weren't a content creator? Like, would you be fully going into like shoes and fashion as like a marketer or something like that? Or what do you think you have done?
I have no idea. Literally no idea, because all of my interests I've built on camera. And so I don't know what that looks like off camera. Like, I don't know what that looks like if I never picked up and started creating video. I know when I was young, I wanted to be an architect. So I don't know if that would have ever developed into anything. I have no idea. But yeah, I would probably be in college right now. I would probably be doing something that I feel like either way, like say I'm in a different universe, I'm not doing this, I would still be doing something I love for sure. Because I'm very adamant on that. there's only so much time on the planet. You don't want to waste it. So, yeah.
If you could only use one social media platform for the rest of your life, which one is it going to be?
Instagram. Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram's good. Instagram.
It's got better.
Yes. Instagram Reels. That's my TikTok.
Me too.
Scrolling. I got a lot of my. Twitter though.
Yeah, Twitter's tough
like
because
Twitter.
like you're getting like Twitter's like very good news updates.
Yes.
But Instagram's like entertainment and stuff. So it's like you get one or the other.
Twitter.
Ooh.
So I feel like the people. I have found some of the funniest jokes I've ever seen in my entire life on Twitter. I don't think I could. I would have to probably pick Twitter.
That's
Twitter
very
are hilarious.
True. No,
man.
Twitter people are hilarious. No, they're actually hilarious.
They are.
Ew, it might be Twitter. I don't know because Instagram. I love Instagram for like people wise. People wise, Instagram is amazing because I'm able to build connections. I'm able to meet people on there. I still have Reels. I'll still stand on Instagram. I'll stand on Instagram. But I'll probably regret that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
What would your last meal be? I always love asking this question because you get to learn like a little bit about the person. Like, you learn like what they like, but also like sometimes they're like, oh, my childhood thing was this or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It would be some type of like It's either something really basic like pizza. I love pizza. Or I like Indian food. So if I was gonna go like a little special, I'd do that. That's really good.
Which one specifically? Like
okay, it would be like it would be a dish. It would have samosa, rice, saag paneer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing some of these right. What's it called? Tiki masala. I think I'm saying that correctly. And naan, garlic naan specifically.
That's a good choice. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, I got some fun hypotheticals. These are like one of my favorites to kind of end it on. So, for the rest of your life, you have to pick a time you fall asleep at every single night. So, like you can say like 10:03 at 10:03, you're out. You could be standing and you're just passed out. You will sleep a full 8 hours at that time.
Ooh.
So, what time do you pick? Like, do you do 9:30? But then the issue is that you can never go out again. You know, you can't go out until midnight or do New Year's or anything like that. But if you choose like a really late time, like you only do midnight, that means anything before 8 a.m. impossible. So you have to get up at like 6 a.m. to go to a flight. Can't do that. So what time are you choosing?
Ooh, because I'm a night owl. I stay up late almost every night. It would low key be like 8. Not 8. I'm not 8. 1 a.m.
Okay.
1 a.m.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. I'd be up by 9 and I'd just build my life around that.
Interesting. I like
but
it.
I legit can't go to sleep earlier than 1. Like if I really want to, I can't. I don't know. I'm a night owl. I like staying up really late.
Ivan's the opposite. He's like,
I would easily pick 9 p.m. be up at 5 and then I'm good. I don't need to go out.
Yeah.
5 o'clock I'll be lacing up my New Balances, ready to start my day.
Yeah, normally like I'd say okay, a normal night for me, I don't really go to sleep until like 2 or 3.
What are you doing? What are you doing during those hours?
During those hours, those are my like life hours, if that makes sense. During the day I work. At night, I play games. I'm either streaming or I'm just watching something, a stream or YouTube. And I can do that during the day if I've like fixed myself schedule wise, but nighttime it's a lot more peaceful, and so I prefer staying up late. I don't know why.
What's funny is I wake up super early because I feel the same way. I find the morning super peaceful because I feel like everyone's sleeping, and that's like my lifetime is
Yeah.
like early morning. Like I'm like, oh, I can actually listen to music right now and not be disturbed, or I can read a book, or I can do whatever,
Yeah.
and it's funny. I guess everyone's just
Mhm.
built different.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say yeah, because I'm not a morning person at all. I can't like, or not that I can't, but I hate waking up early. And if I
Is that why you were late to the podcast today, Muneer? You were 5 minutes late. You said 5, but I think I counted 7. Is that why?
7, it might have been 7. It might have been 7. I was making sure everything was set up. I was
Okay.
here. I was here.
I actually have a question that another question that deals with sleep is okay. So would you rather get $25 for every hour's sleep, or you never have to sleep again? And to break down to $25, if you sleep 8 hours, that's $200 a night. And then if you sleep 8 hours, and this is 8 hours minimum, right? Like if you could sleep 10, 12, you can go more. But 8 hours minimum for every single day of the year, you'll get about $73,000. Or you never have to sleep again.
Give me the money. I'll sleep. I will make my life mostly sleep, work. I will sleep till 5 p.m. and work after that time.
That's funny.
I'm actually surprised. I thought you'd be like, you know what? I'm never gonna sleep, and all I'm gonna do is just like make content.
Nah, because then it doesn't. I don't have to sleep at a certain. It's like whenever I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just pick my days where I sleep in late, super late. I sleep until 5 p.m. And then I'll have some days where I'm like, okay, let's work. I'll get up earlier. But yeah, that's just passive income.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
if you
take that.
sleep 10 hours a day and breaking it down, you get around $91,000. So you can just make your entire thing just getting sleep.
Yeah. And I would make a content content surrounding that somehow.
Oh, and you make even more money on that. Smart.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, which one would you do?
I was actually thinking about that right now. I feel like it would be super cool never having to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And not having, because the reason why I go to sleep so early is because I don't know why, ever since I was a little kid, like 9 o'clock hits and I'm just ready to close my eyes. It would be cool not to have to fight off sleep, just stay up all night and do whatever.
Yeah,
but I guess I'll probably take the money. I guess why not? Money's money.
Palp in the chat agree. I love sleeping so much. I agree. Like I think how productive I could make so much money if I didn't sleep, but I also love sleep and I'd be bored. You know, you're just up 24 hours a day, never sleeping. I feel like that sucks.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the best part for me, not the only part, but one of the best parts that I really like about staying up late is I like watching the sun come up. That sounds like so like old man of me. I don't know, but I like sometimes every morning. If I'm up super late, this is rare. I don't do this as much, but like I'll see the sun come up. And it's very peaceful, very peaceful.
I agree. And then for the final one, so you get $10 million today, but every day, once a day, every day for the rest of your life, you will spend 30 seconds in a prehistoric ocean in a random location. It's just 30 seconds a day, but it is the prehistoric ocean, so you have no idea.
What would you find in a prehistoric ocean?
Oh my gosh.
Megalodon. Like if we're going that far back, there's different ocean dinosaurs that I didn't probably know existed. I'm taking it though. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the ocean's huge, right? Like, but I'm looking at all these ocean dinosaurs, and they're not very friendly ocean dinosaurs anymore. Like, they're not friendly ones. They are scary.
Do you ever think that these sea creatures are aliens?
I think that aliens are definitely on the planet in a way, but it's not like space aliens, if that makes sense. So yes.
Wait, what type of aliens other than space aliens? Like they were
like, see, because doesn't alien just means like something unknown or like not of this planet?
Yeah.
So it would be like what we think is quote unquote not of this planet. Which is kind of like ocean aliens, where it's like, yeah, that shouldn't exist, but it does. And that's kind of alien to me. I also do think real aliens exist though, 100%. The universe is too big for them not to be.
Sometimes I see these sea creatures and I'm just like, how are these things even real? Like they can't be of this planet.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense.
Ridiculous, yeah.
It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, they literally look like monsters, man.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get into some announcements real quick. But for those that are at Gamescom, we are at Gamescom right now. So check out our booth. See and try out some of the sick tech that we have there and see what we have going on. We also just launched our new N7 B850 motherboard. So, this clean and modern motherboard blends aesthetics and function while it's supporting the latest AMD Ryzen 9000 series processors. So you can check them out at NZXT.com. And if you check our socials, we may or may not be giving away a few. So take a look at that real quick. We have our club pop. You can see Harbor Quest in the chat claiming your Poochie points. We have an NZXT Intel Club. Basically, you join a club, you earn Poochie points by participating in chat or any of our posts or anything like that. And you can use that to enter into giveaways. We're giving away some shirts, plushies, gift cards, and the biggest prize of them all, an Intel gaming PC. So please check out nzxc.co/club, sign up and participate. And start ASAP, because the more points you start now, the more points you get now, the more points and more entries you get into the giveaway. So 100% worth it. So please join the NZXT club. As of Muneer, do you have any exciting projects you have coming up? Any new pieces of content? Anything next for you?
None that are planned, but I will say there's always something that's on my page that I didn't expect to do that I end up doing. And so it's a very fun place because you never know what type of video I'll make. In a good way, not in a bad way. No major projects planned, but I am working. I'm trying to post every single day this week. I'm on this will be day 4 or day 5. I said this earlier, I can't remember. I started on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This will be day 5, yes. And so trying to post every day. And yeah, no, a lot more tech stuff on the way. I know I have a lot of people that enjoy my tech stuff more than my lifestyle fashion stuff. So a lot more tech stuff on the way. I have some PC stuff I want to do. And all of that stuff. Just keep your eyes peeled. Yeah.
And where can people find this everyday content?
At MuneerTV everywhere. There might be an underscore, might not be. It's weird. I want to get funny enough, I want to get at Muneer some point in my career. I need at Muneer.
Who has that right now? Let's find out.
I think it's a random dad. I need it. If I get that, at least on Instagram. I don't know who has it on every other platform, but if I could get just at Muneer, it's perfect. You
just gave me an idea for my username. I want to change mine to at a random dad. I like that.
A random dad.
I like that. My profile pic will be a New Balance shoe.
New Balance shoe and some jorts. There you go.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
But I learned today that if I'm comfortable wearing those, then I am a fashionista.
Personality is everything.
Yep. So if my wife is watching, you can't make me return these shoes.
Muneer, do you have any final thoughts or messages you'd like to share to the audience before we get into the secret code word?
I'll say I really appreciate NZXT and y'all's community for the support over not even today, but just the past few years. Y'all have showed me a lot of love, and I truly am grateful, and I appreciate it. Second, for people that are just out there working or creating content, anything you might be doing, just trust in yourself. Make sure you're doing something that you at least enjoy. And even if you don't, build something on the side that you can also enjoy. And if you are creating content or make video content, just believe in yourself. Everybody has their time. Patience has been the main word this whole podcast. Patience is very important. Making sure to lock in when you know you need to lock in, because I'm bad at doing that sometimes. And yeah, just believe in yourself. Everybody has, there's enough internet for everybody to have a little space on here. And I believe that every creator can really do great things if they want to, and if they truly have a passion for this. So just keep your head down.
I love it. I guess since we have, for those that are here, we're giving away a Poochie plush, a t-shirt, and a sticker pack. We are actually going to ask Muneer if what you want the secret code word to be. And I raised it to 1,000 entries now, just to make it a little extra for those that are staying tuned in. So Muneer, what secret code word do you want the code word to be today?
Can it feature can it have a number?
Yes, it can, I believe.
Okay. Let's do channel 2.
Actually, you might want to check that. I don't think it can.
If it can't, then I can figure something else out.
I could work with it. Yeah, I could do this. There's no special characters.
Okay, bet. Let's do channel 2. So channel the word and then the number 2. That's kind of my community name. 2 is my favorite number. It's my lucky number. And channel MuneerTV kind of makes sense. Yeah, let's go with that if that works.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and update that. Everyone refresh your gleams now. I just updated it. The code word is channel 2. Channel 2. That is for 1,000 extra entries into the secret code word, because that's our way of saying thank you for joining us alive and letting us hold you hostage, and making sure that you guys stay tuned. But Ivan, do you have anything before I go into the outro?
Just want to thank Muneer for joining us. It was a pleasure, and can't wait to have you on again.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember, tune in live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the official NZXT Twitch. And don't forget to listen to previous episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. If you have any questions for us, send an email to podcast@nzxt.com or tag @nzxt on social media platforms. Thank you, Muneer, for joining us today. Thank you for explaining and giving some hope to the content creators out there. And we'll see you guys very soon. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Thank y'all. Yes, sir.